To day one of the Lotus Warrior program. Today we're going to start with our root chakra, how we connect to the root chakra, and the earth is through the soles of our feet. So all through this practice, I want you to really be aware, have your awareness on the ball of your foot, kind of along the side and down to your heel. Kind of rooting into your mat through those points, of course your toes, and anything that is touching the mat. We really want to ground in. A good thing to do this week as you continue to work on your root chakra, eating root vegetables, anything that comes from the ground, in the ground, and really close to the ground. So like squash is good. Obviously potatoes, roots, beets are the perfect because they're also red, and that is the color of the root chakra. Also, the first thing that we do as human beings and this earth that brings us to our body, that grounds us in, is we breathe. So that is the most important thing to ground yourself, is your breath. We're going to practice Ujjayi breath, and that is something that you will hear yogis do if you go to a yoga class and you're like, what is that strange breathing everyone's doing? It's called Ujjayi breath, and we're going to practice it right now. So I want you to breathe using the back of your throat, back of where your mouth reaches your throat. Kind of like Darth Vader at first. Like there's a straw or a tunnel going down. This breath tickles our vagus nervous system, and it will relax us. It'll take us out of our fight or flight mode, and it will bring us back to our bodies where we feel safe. When we do not have a balanced root chakra, we will be feeling anxiety, we'll be feeling fear, just insecurity, kind of like we're going to jump out of our own skin. That kind of feeling is when our root chakra needs to be balanced the most. So once we have a balanced root chakra, the opposite happens. We feel fearless, we feel confident, we feel good in our body, we feel present in our body, we feel our body. That numbing sensation goes away, and we are here on planet Earth, wholly. So that is why it is so important to work with our root. Okay, let's begin on our mat. Right back to Ujjayi breath. When you're breathing in through your nostrils here, I just want you to practice with your mouth. And then close your mouth once you feel confident. So. If you have questions about that, feel free to message me. Okay, so we're going to start at the front of our mat, this being the front of our mat. We're going to start in mountain pose. And if I turn back and forth without saying to turn, it's just so I can give you a better angle of what I'm doing. So mountain pose is feet close together, not touching, but close together. If this feels uncomfortable for you or puts any tension on your knees, you can spread your feet to hips width. We want to make sure that it feels good in your body. And palms facing towards the front. So it'll look like this. We don't want to be slouching or sticking out our butt. We kind of want whatever, if we're pushing out our belly or our butt, we just kind of want to bring it all in. Dropping your shoulders, relax them. Trying that Ujjayi breath. I want you to imagine roots coming from soles of your feet into the earth and kind of get a little bounce here, a rock in your feet, trying to get them really grounded and rooted into your mat. I want you to lift your hands this time on your inhale, lifting high. Bring your hands together for prayer. Exhale, bring them to heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, lift. Exhale, heart center. We're going to do that a couple more times. Good. Now come back to mountain. And just letting your hands fall. Let gravity take them. We're going to twist our bodies back and forth, not moving our feet. Remember, our feet are grounded right now. Roots into the earth. And just letting our hands fall, they're going to naturally tap our sides. With each tap, I want you to imagine fear gone, anxiety gone, worries gone, anger gone, whatever it is that it's holding us back from walking in our most authentic light. Must be healed and grounded. We are souls having a human experience, and to get that full human experience, we need to be tapped into our bodies and this earth. Come to a stop, just kind of naturally let them come back, feather ball. And we're going to inhale the arms up, just like we did before. Exhale them to heart center as we fold forward, hinging at the hips all the way down to our forward fold. Legs should stay straight. If you have trouble, sensitive knees or hyperextension in your knees, then a slight bend is fine. If you have a belly or thicker thighs, it's okay to spread your legs a little bit more than hips width so that you can fit in between your legs comfortably. So everyone's going to look a little different, and that's okay. And I want you to grab your elbows, and we're just going to bend our knees slightly and let ourselves hang. Let gravity do the work here for a lower back stretch and a bit of a hip stretch. Sway back and forth if that feels right. Now lifting back up to our forward fold, we're going to come to a halfway lift, and you can grab a hold of your legs if you want. You can just lift up from the ground here. The important thing is that our back is straight. It doesn't have to be flat. As long as it's straight, that's it. So wherever you're at in your halfway lift, and lower back to a forward fold, and halfway lift. Don't want to lift our heads past the alignment of our shoulders. So everything is in alignment here. And lower back down, forward fold. Planting your hands down, bending your knees, we're going to walk our feet back. Walk our feet back for plank. In plank, we want our backs flat. We're not at an angle here like military push-ups. We want our back flat. We're going to lower all the way down slowly. If you can't lower down just with your hands, feel free to come to your knees and then come down. If you want, come all the way down, keeping your elbows to your sides here. Lower down with control. Pushing up in our forearms and our hands for Sphinx. you can feel the front of your body rooting into the earth here, through your legs, the tops of your feet, your pelvis bone, your elbows, all the way to your fingertips. Okay, great. We're going to lift back up again. If you want to use your elbows to come to your knees and get up this way, that's fine. If you can push up. And we're going to hinge our hips back up into the air, coming to the heels of our feet, the bottoms of our feet, for downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet out if you can't get both of your heels down at the same time. Sometimes working on one at a time can kind of help. So bending one knee and pushing the opposite heel down towards the ground. So we start to feel kind of confident in this pose. Our first downward dog. We're going to lift our right leg up into the air. You want to get an angle. If you can't reach that high, that's fine. You can be down here maybe. That's all right. Just lift the right leg off the ground. And we're going to inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our knee to our nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to 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 nose. And we're going to continue bringing our foot all the way through to the right side of our mat for lizard. So our foot is on the right side of our mat and our hands are to the left of our foot. Now if you want to stay here, you can. If you can get deeper, go ahead and lower to your elbows and forearms for a really deep hip stretch in lotus. In lizard. Okay, good. We're going to lift back up to our hands. We're going to toe heel our foot back to the center of the mat. Get a better, bringing our left behind leg just a little bit forward for some more stability here. And we're going to lift up into Warrior One. Arms are reached to the sky. We're on our back heel, or our back toes, and our knee, our front knee, is right above our ankle. And we're going to pivot on our back foot so our heel hits the ground, pivoting our hips towards the left side of the mat, lowering our arms to Warrior Two. Deep breaths here. Now with your left hand, you're going to stretch your hand down your lower back to your right hip while you lift your left hand higher into the sky towards the left side of your body. Keeping your awareness on that knee, making sure it doesn't go over or past the ankle right above. And bend. Now we're going to bring our right forearm to our right thigh, lifting our left arm towards our right side, getting a side body stretch all throughout. And looking up to our hand. Come back to Warrior Two. And we're going to lower down, cartwheeling our hands back to the floor, bringing our right foot back to downward facing dog. Good. Now we're We're going to do the same thing with our left side. Lifting our left leg up in the air. Again, you might be down here, you might be way up here. Knee to nose as we exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And with this exhale, you're going to come all the way through to the left side of your mat with your left foot. Bringing your hands to the right of your foot for lizard. Lowering down to your elbows and forearms, if you can. It's perfectly fine to stay up here. You're still getting a really deep stretch. Still feeling those roots coming from your feet into the mat. And lift up. Toe heel your foot to the center. Bring your back foot in, just a half step. And we're going to lift up for Warrior One. Sinking down into your pose. Working on that Ujjayi breath. We're going to pivot our hips as we plant our heel down, bringing our arms to the side here for Warrior Two. Gaze over your left hand. Awareness on your knee and its placement should be right above the ankle. Bringing your right hand to the small of your back, all the way to your left hip. Going to lift our left arm up into the air towards our right side, looking up. And coming down to extended side angle, forearm goes to our thigh, lifting our right arm for a full right body stretch. Good. Come up to Warrior Two. Going to cartwheel the hands down after a couple breaths. On your exhale, cartwheel your hands down. We're going to step our back foot up to our front foot this time for forward fold. Lifting all the way up, slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Back to mountain pose here. Stand at the front of your mat. We're going to do a side body stretch. So take your right foot and bring it behind your left, planting your left foot in to the ground. The right leg is kicked back just for stability. We're going to grab our right wrist with our left hand, pushing our hip out to the right side and bending our side to the left. Good. Now we're going to switch sides here. Planting our right foot into the earth, kicking back with our left, pulling our left wrist towards the right side, pushing our hip out to the left. If you feel tension in your back, it's because you're leaning back or you're leaning forward. You should be standing tall, straight, and then stretch. and release. We're going to try a balancing pose called tree, because we're grounding and rooting in just like a tree, right? So we're going to plant our left foot in. We're going to bring our right foot to our thigh. If you can't make it to the thigh, that's okay. You can make it to your calf, maybe. Or if that's too difficult, you can just put your toes on the earth and rest your heel against your left leg. So wherever you're at. Also, if you want to try a tree, but you want like a safety net, just grab a wall. Now with your arms, bring your left arm out and your right arm on top, and twist them together, bringing your palms together. Lift your elbows up and push them away from your chest. We're not down here, we're up here and pushing it away. Rooting down, try to look past your arms and focus on one point in front of you. That will help you with your balance. So really imagining those roots grounding in. And release. Let's move to the next leg. Grounding and rooting in through your right foot. This time, left over right, crisscross. Lift and pull away from you. Try to get some point to focus on. Past your arms. Ground in through your right foot. And release. Very good. We're going to go into some squats. This is a full squat, so it'll look like this. If this is too difficult for you, that is okay. You can grab a stool or a chair, and then this will be your full squat right here. So we're going to do squats. We're going to be lifting. So when we lift up, you can just come here, back down to your stool. So that's what your variation will look like. You can get into a full squat. Great. Let's do it. Here we are. We want to kind of cant our feet at an angle. So our heels are towards our sit bones and our toes are pointed away. Our knees are up. If you feel any tension in your knees, it's because you have to adjust your heels. So you might have to bring them in more, or you might have to push them up. But you should not feel tension in your knees. And if you still feel tension in your knees, you can't get comfortable, then use a stool. We're going to push our legs out with our bicep here. Hands at prayer. And we want our back straight. We don't want to be leaning forward. We just want a straight back. Good. And now we're going to get into some yogi squats. So you can grab the ground, you can grab your ankles, or you can grab your couch or a chair for stability here. And we're just going to lift up. And your heels are going to move. That's fine if they do. And lift up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 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 Inhale, lift. Last one, exhale, lower. Good. Now planting your hands down, we're going to lift our legs up our hips up into the air. And we're going to, because you're at the front of your mat, like me, and we're going to push walk our feet back, pushing our hips into the air, into downward facing dog. Folded up blanket for your knees, or you need something for your knees, you can go get it now. We're going to come back. We're going to come down to our mat at tabletop here. We're going to do some cat-cows. So inhale, lifting your head, lowering your belly. Exhale, lower your head, lift your spine. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, lower your head, lifting your spine. Your belly button goes towards your spine. Want your arms, your hands, your knees, and your feet all in alignment. Wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips. And come to tabletop here. We're going to lower our sit bones towards our heels. You can spread your knees here so that your belly can drop into in between your legs. If your belly doesn't lower in between your legs, that's okay. You can just lay on top and you can come here. Or wherever you're at. If you can, reach and put your forehead to your mouth. To relax into these poses. Try not to hold on, gripping any muscle group, especially in a pose like child's pose. Yeah. Relaxing, grounding pose. And we're going to lift back up. Now from here, we're going to sit on the left side of our leg. Just dropping our feet down to the right side here. We're going to lift up our right leg, bringing our right foot to the side of our left leg. And then we're going to twist towards the right side, bringing our left forearm to the right side of our leg. If that is too much of a twist for you, you can just hug your knee. If you can, twist. And if you want a deeper stretch here, you can reach in between your legs and with your other hand, grab your fingers. Turn your head to the right side, gazing at your shoulder or beyond it for a deeper stretch. Release, and we're going to switch sides. So now come to your right leg, the side of it, dropping your foot back, bring your left foot to the right side, and twist. Couple more breaths. Exhale, release. Come to our backs. And you can use a folded blanket for a little more cushion. Come to our backs. We're going to place our feet onto the ground here, grounding in. And we're just going to lower down to our backs using our elbows. Slowly and with control. Everything should be with control. We're not flopping around. We're going to bring our right leg up and turn it so that our ankle is now on our thigh, a little above the ankle. And we're going to lift our left leg up into the air, interlocking our fingers around our left leg, and pull it towards you. This is too deep of a stretch. That's okay. We're going to come up and just hold your legs. Just stabilize them. If you can, bring them all the way close to you. And if getting your one leg up on the other is too much, you can just bring your legs up in the air like this and pull them towards you. And we're going to switch here. Pulling your right leg towards you this time. Good. Release. I'm just going to windshield wiper the legs back and forth here. Alright. And now planting the feet even firmer into the ground, we're going to lay our hands off to the side and we're going to lift our pelvis, tilting it up and lifting our back one vertebrae at a time with control. You have to move your feet in or out so that you, again, don't feel tension in your knees or pulling in your knees. You don't want to pull in your knees. Strengthen our knees. We're not trying to give our knees side stretches though. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Couple breaths. And lower down on your exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Couple more breaths. Next exhale, lower down slowly with control. Good. Now we're going to lift both legs up into the air. Flexing our feet now towards the sky. Let all of that blood that's been building up in our legs to come back to our organs, back to our arms, our head. So we've done a lot of leg poses today. Strengthening your roots, strengthening your legs, feeling the bottoms of your feet. Today would be a good idea, a good day to go outside and feel the earth on your bare feet. You have that option where you live. Good. And lower down now with control, or you can bend your knees, bring your feet down. Now with your legs flat on the ground, find a comfortable position here, laying down, corpse pose. Hands off to the side, palms lifted up to the air. You need a little support under your lower back. You can push, hold a blanket up or roll a blanket up for there. And just get really comfortable. Here in Savasana, I'm going to come closer to the computer so you can hear me, but please stay down in corpse pose as we go into Savasana. Getting comfortable. Relax your toes. Relax your feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your calves. Relax your knees. Relax your thighs. Relax your hips. Relax your butt. Relax your stomach. Relax your lower back. Relax your rib cage. Relax your chest. Relax your upper back, your shoulders. Relax your biceps. Relax your elbows. Relax your forearms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your ears. Relax your tongue. Relax your cheeks. Your forehead. Crown of your head. Relax it all the way down. Relax it all the way up. You are relaxed. You can breathe your Ujjayi breath, relaxing your vagus nerve. Relax. Imagine those roots coming from the soles of your feet down into the earth, through the dirt, through the rocks, through water, through more rocks, through more dirt, through lava, through more rock, till it gets to the core of the earth. Those roots wrap around the core. You are grounded to this earth. You are grounded into this body through the earth. The earth holds you. The earth loves you. She is so glad that you are here. Feel her vibration. Feel her heartbeat coming through the roots, connected to you. You are grounded. You are safe. You can walk this world fearless. Find that she is supporting you. Other thoughts come to mind. Thank them for coming and send them away. They'll be there waiting for you. Bring your drishti back on the earth, your focus back on the earth. The roots growing from the soles of your feet. Come back to your breath, focusing in on your breath. With each breath, your body gains more energy back. Wiggle your hands, your fingers, your toes, your feet. More and more breaths, more and more energy you have coming back to your body. And when you're ready, sit up and come to an easy pose, which is just another way of saying cross-legged. And we can come to this for a mudra. This is a very grounding hand position, just resting on your knees. A couple deep breaths here. Your Ujjayi breath. Just like we did in the beginning, lifting our arms with our inhale, lowering with our exhale, and we say, Namaste. The light within me sees the light within you. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up to yourself, for yourself, and I'm really excited to go on this journey with you guys. I'm so stoked you're here, and I hope this was as good for you as it was for me. I'll see you at week 2.